It's lights out and away we go!
Let's everybody and welcome back to the GT UK F1 podcast. I'm joined by David. Hopefully.
Hi everyone, how's it going? I can't cut most of that.
Unfortunately, at least for this one.
Unfortunately, Chris's issues might be continuing, but it should be one of the last ones that we have these problems with.
Yeah. It will be. Yeah, Hungary.
Yeah, the Hungaroring. Once again, we need to have all the classic tracks together at the moment.
Hmm.
Can't complain about, because once again, it's a track I do like a lot.
It wasn't a lot of action. It wasn't. Did it deliver?
I know what you mean.
I mean,
More so than Spa did, let's be brutally honest.
Yeah.
I think we can say that with some degree of certainty.
Well, I'll let you lead with whatever you.
I wish you wouldn't, because I don't know what I've got to. So unfortunately, qualifying, I only saw a highlight. I only saw the highlight reel of, because I didn't get a chance to
So did I.
catch it live.
I only saw highlights.
Obviously, because they seem to be fairly set with Yuki, which is good. I'm glad to see, but at the same time, they really.
Yuki struggling.
You know, I did think that I did see some charts of like the points split between teammates, and I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't good in Yuki's favour. Let's put it that way.
No.
He got. I mean, he was only a 10th off Kimi, who was 15th, who got into Q2, so I guess he's not far off, but still, that car needs to be a lot further up than that. Obviously, other than that, Gasly, Alpine have a very mixed bag this season, don't they? Or is it just me?
And so does Williams, it seems.
Yeah, so does Williams. Yeah, there's one race where suddenly they'll be right up the front, and then before they're just right to the back. I mean, obviously, this was Aston Martin's weekend to come forwards, as we'll get on to a bit later,
But
I'm pretty sure.
do you think that's it for Calapinto now?
I don't know, because I've yet to hear from a source you get what I mean. Whenever I hear an article about it, it's always one of these, and no offense to them, these lesser like F1 news sites.
Or fake news. Get a lot of that. Don't know if you've noticed that.
So we'll see now. The rumour mill was Mick Schumacher. There was also Bottas' name being sort of branded about.
Doing. Back in. I'm guessing.
Personally.
What?
I mean, it's obvious that.
What was
I mean,
personally?
it's obvious that. Personally, I'd like to see Colapinto given the rest of the season. I mean, the fact that he out-qualified Gasly has to show that if there is a problem with that car, it's not his. It's he's not entirely to blame. So.
That's
From there, that will be my strategy.
what was that? You're gonna have to say that one again to me.
I'm sorry. I said my personal will be keep him on, give him the rest of the season. review in time for 2026. I don't know what your opinion is.
For who?
But
Carlo. Is that who you're on about?
four or five races, they're going to spend the first couple just getting up to speed and used to the car.
I'd say just give Carlo Pinto the rest of the season.
Yeah, that we're on the same page. So obviously, say Colapinto made it into Q2 along with Kimi, Sainz, Hamilton out. Did you hear Hamilton's comments in the pen after qualifying?
No, I didn't.
His words were maybe they need to change the driver. That was what he said when asked about like how he's down there. Obviously, really not happy at the moment.
Neither was Leclerc, it seems.
Oh no, no! I think we'll get onto that during the race. I've said it before. Leclerc's sort of villain arc with the team has been absolutely beautiful to watch.
I just.
The pit boxes and the pit walls, and as he went past the Ferrari pit wall, there was a load of clowns on the pit wall.
Hmm.
And I just thought that was so beautifully done.
I just. Do you think this will be Hamilton's last season? Do you think that?
Throw it away. Do I think that?
It's Hamilton's last season.
I think he'll want to hold on into 26. I think he'll want to have a drive with a new type of cars. He'll want to see what that's like. You know, maybe he'll give himself a clause to get out earlier on next season if he decides looking for him. But I don't think he wants to end. I don't think he wants to end his career like this. That's the problem.
Well, I heard. I don't know if it was true that Vasseur ended up getting Toto to go to Ferrari to see Hamilton after qualifying.
I don't know. I never heard anything to that nature.
To try and boost him up.
Yeah, he sounded. I just saw a clip of the interview, and I mean, as I've said before, I'm not a particularly a Hamilton fan, and even I listened to that and thought that is not a guy who's. That's not how you want to hear a driver.
The problem is though, Ferrari made him such a good deal, and it's gone wrong. Is what I think. I think it's gone wrong. I don't know.
First season,
Yeah, but
he's never really had to play that role.
what? Second fiddle?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
He did
Maybe
to
in his
George.
very first season. But towards the end, when they knew he was leaving,
George isn't safe either, is he?
it's only just in front of them, being out qualified by Bortoleto.
Hmm.
And then the two Aston Martins, like I say, they've obviously. Hopefully, it's not just a one-off blip. Hopefully, it is a sign that they're starting to turn things around. But
Bit of a return.
you know, it's nice to see Fernando back up there, willing to fight. Because we've said it before, the guy's still got some frigging speed, despite being the oldest on the grid by some margin.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
And then the two McLarens outdone by Charles.
Which was a surprise. It was a surprise. That's right.
Apparently the track temperature did cool quite dramatically.
Yeah.
Whether that was anything to do with it, but like I say, just obviously Piastri out-qualified Lando, which that battle's hotting up nicely, as I'm sure we'll come on to as we get through. Now,
It is.
I mean, what's your thoughts on this? What's your thoughts? Anything there that really stands out to you?
I was just surprised that Leclerc pipped the McLarens. That was my fault.
How many years have I used the Ferrari engines? It's just the team's. It's just the team's inability to get the rest of it right that sort of hurts them. You know, and if they get it right, they've still got a chance of decent championship performance. They really. I mean, I'd have to have a look. I don't know where they stand in the. It's obviously after Hungary. They are second.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Long way to go though. Long way to go.
This point.
You what?
Yeah. I said McLaren have sort of walked away with this one at this point.
Yeah, but they got two dominant drivers.
Hmm.
You might have to lead the race a bit, because you saw it. You'll have seen it more than I did. I just saw the highlights.
Right, well, because the highlights probably cover the majority of it. I will take. So the grid walk, how friggin' rough Axl Rose looked. God Almighty.
Didn't see it.
Well, yeah, he
He's getting on though, isn't he?
He's getting on, yeah. So the start of the race, we'll get to the start of the race. Obviously, Oscar and Lando made probably what was a brilliant start. To then get Lando in particular got boxed in. He sort of went to a gap that was always going to close.
Didn't he?
Yeah. At which point to, I believe it was Fernando and obviously Leclerc. But Leclerc had gone, Piastri went with him. Russell ended up third.
Hmm.
And good old Fernando round the outside and into fourth. It was like, well, I thought we were going to get a mastermind podium coming at one point. The car was looking really good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not quite got the speed of the top. Only enough to keep itself in contention.
Well, what about Red? It kept the Red Bull at bay to a point. Well, it did. It managed to
Pit
keep.
lane.
It managed to keep. Yeah, managed to keep the Red Bull at bay.
You must keep everybody at bay, really. There's plenty of memes going around of, Fernando Alonso, the train driver, because he was holding pretty much the entire grid behind him at one point.
Didn't he do that again without? Didn't he do that last time with Alpine at Hungary? Or was it the Aston Martin? There was the other meme.
He managed to hold the pack off and let Not Ocon, was it Ocon? Was it Gasly? Who was the Alpine driver at the time? No, it was Ocon. I was right the first time.
Hmm.
It was Ocon to the win there because Fernando managed to just park it in the right.
Yeah. And then
There was a massive pit stop disparity. Some were thinking 1 stop, some were thinking 2. There was a massive range. We had all 3 tyre compounds on the grid, which is a rarity.
yeah. Lando got told off for making silly mistakes.
Well, that's not the first time for Lando, is it? Let's be honest here. Piastri was kind of, to me, almost railroaded into a particular route he didn't want, because he was basically got to the point where he had no choice but to 2-stop.
Yeah.
Which then gave Lando the opportunity to try the 1-stop, because basically he looked to be pretty much set in 4th. It looked like there was nothing he could do.
Yeah. What's the gap now between Oscar and Lando?
Help for them. They pit Piastri on lap 18, which you couldn't go from lap 18 to lap 70. They didn't pit Lando till lap 31.
No.
There's a real disparity there.
What's the points gap between them two?
In the standings,
Hmm.
284 minus 275, so 9 points.
There's a gap between Lando and Oscar.
Yes. 9 points.
Oscar's still got the championship. At this point. I hope McLaren aren't playing the game of,
I don't think they are. I don't think Zach's that kind of. I think they're trying to keep it as open as possible right now. I almost worry that they're going to go slightly too far the other way, and then because I appreciate the whole no team orders, let them race, but there does that comes a point to right the champion better position to prioritise this car, and I just worry a little bit that they might be a bit too late into making that decision.
Yeah. Problem is, I think it's gonna get ugly.
Well, it did at Canada, let's not forget. And it very nearly did here.
Oscar nearly. No. Yeah. Oscar locked up the back, locked up the rear.
I will give credit to locked up the rear. Piastri was. I don't think he was ever actually intending to go for a dive. I think it was more just a let's show your nose. See if you can maybe scare Lando into, missing his braking point or something. But it did lead to this fantastic piece.
Why did you T-bone him? That'd be great.
That was from the cool-down room.
And I guess that was Russell.
When George... That was George, who obviously finished 3rd, on watching the shot of him nearly sliding into the back of him. Yeah, why did he just T-bone him? It'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I missed that. I missed the cool-down.
No, it was quite nice going. It was quite well put. And actually, all 3 of them laughed. I think the joke was taken as it was intended.
Yeah.
But it looked like Piastri, because Piastri by the end had like 15 laps better tyres. But he just didn't have the time.
No.
Back markers got in the way, and it was an interesting finish. There was also other battles. I think Yuki fell over. Was it one of the
Racing Bulls? Huh? Who was it?
Gasly received a penalty for causing a collision, but I'm not actually fully sure what that was with.
I know Leclerc got a 5-second.
Yeah, for driving erratically, which if you
On Russell.
Oh, it was.
He was
I was half
frustrated.
expecting Russell to get. I was half expecting Russell to get out of the car and go and have a go at him. I really was. I had visions of the old Michael Schumacher, David Coulthard routine. Fisticuffs in the actually no, George Russell wouldn't. He'd just get his butler to do it or something, wouldn't he?
Hmm.
He'd beat him to death with a lawnmower.
If that had been Max, though. If that had been Leclerc or Max, I reckon Max would have had words.
A little easy for that, especially that second move.
Hmm.
When he was 13 seconds ahead of Alonso anyway, so basically the penalty was absolutely pointless.
Yeah.
I do think that Leclerc got away quite lightly.
He did. What about Alright, it brings me on to the Max and Hamilton.
The Max and Hamilton.
Max did a dive on Hamilton, and Hamilton went off the track. It was the one that got investigated after the race.
Yeah, there's nothing here to say there was a. I mean, Max had done 2 or 3 really good dives, especially into the chicane.
Do you know why nothing happened?
Go on.
Hamilton didn't bother go at the stewards.
So obviously Hamilton either.
I read the article. He didn't bother go at the stewards.
Right. So either he didn't think, or this just further on to how he's feeling, and.
To be honest, the way that the stewards worded the thing as well, obviously Hamilton not going and everything, it was just like he didn't see it as an issue. If he'd have seen that as an issue, we would have been on the radio or would have been up there, you know what I mean, making the case.
Yeah, I think Max did 2 or 3 of them, and don't get me wrong, they were dive bombs. I'm not going to disagree, but I don't think they were, dangerous.
No.
Like I said towards the beginning of the race, there was the few that he did it on.
I think it was just because
The car happened to have really good grip. That Red Bull seemed to hook up very nicely. And he was feeling confident, and he got. I mean, it wasn't a great weekend for Red Bull yet. For the first time in a while, Max actually sounded quite positive. Yeah, he qualified 9th. They came out of qualifying, and he was actually happy with the balance of the car, which
is unusual.
It's amazing. You would think a performance like that, you'd be, throwing things around the garage. But I think even he's sort of coming to realise that the car's not there.
He knows the car's not there.
And it's not something that can... excuse me. It's not something that can be fixed overnight or quickly.
No.
So he's just got to sort of roll with it. And, he's doing a fairly good... Let's say, especially like 3 drivers with a percent between them.
I just...
Sorry, man, I'm catching very little of that.
I didn't say much, but no, the whole... I think the whole, Red Bull Christian Horner sacking thing, to be honest, don't want to believe it, but I think Yoss had something to do with it. That's what I think.
It didn't. I just got that's what I think at the end and nothing in between.
I said that I think the whole Christian Horner sacking thing was yours. Yours had something to do with it, I think.
Possibly. We'll probably never know the truth on that one.
Because I doubt Helmut Marko would turn against him. Because Helmut Marko got nothing to gain.
Well, the thing is, I think Red Bull are learning even more right now just how much that team is actually relying on Max.
Well, yeah.
I do believe, though, he finally put to bed the rumours about joining Mercedes or anything, didn't he?
Did he?
There was an interview and he sort of said he's already working on next year with the team. He's committed to Red Bull.
Yeah, but Hamilton said similar before he went to Ferrari.
No, I think Max. I think I've said to you. I think if Max leaves Red Bull, I think he'll leave F1.
Oh yeah.
The trouble is, Merc aren't really sure.
Merc aren't sure because they're not sure whether they're keeping George, though, are they? You got Russell.
The manufacturer, or he just wants results. And I don't think Mercedes can show him anything right now that says, look, we're going to have more chance of getting results than your current car.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong, but
Well,
not very often.
yeah, but Merc seemed to have slipped. They were looking quite
That's
dominant and then suddenly slipped.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Why, like I say, why I don't think Max would consider a move to Merc, because I don't think it would be considered a forward step.
No.
And it hasn't got the Hamilton to Ferrari. What's the word I'm looking for? Business gain that sort of had. You know, let's be honest, and I've said it before now, at the time I didn't understand it, I now sort of do it anymore. Hamilton to Ferrari was a business decision, not a racing decision.
Yep, and it's not working out for him though.
It's working out on the business sense.
Well, the business side may be, but not the racing decision. Anyways.
For success. But
what's your overall?
I would say better racing than Spa, which I hate saying, but is sadly the case. Once again, don't think we really had a yellow flag. I think Behrman retired, didn't he, because his car sustained a lot. Do you reckon his car sustained damage? But once again, I must have missed where it happened. Now that's me, I'm afraid. I must have.
Yeah, I don't know.
I remember there was a radio message where it said he had like 1% floor damage or something. But other than that, as we go into this very short summer break this year.
3 weeks. Will we see anything silly come up? Which I doubt. I doubt we will.
I would be inclined to agree with you.
So, shall we move it to the fantasy side of things? I'll just wait for him to agree with me on that or not. Get there in a minute.
No, you won't.
Are we moving it on to the fantasy? Why is it? Come on.
The Fantasy League. Now,
What?
I'd made a couple of changes,
Bear with me
and
then.
I'm very happy with what I did. Go ahead.
So, oh, okay. I'm seeing weird results here. That's. I'm going to have to reload the Fantasy League page because it wasn't showing me properly. So, I say I'm unsure how much you're hearing and how much you know. The fact
I know.
you've
I've
got,
got the Fantasy League, so
so you've
I
got,
just had quickly said, go on, you go ahead.
so obviously you've got Adam in 8th,
Behrman and Haas were his problems.
with 108, Ryan on 117,
Behrman and Haas were his problems.
Angela in 6th,
Gasly with a 0, no negatives there, and hasn't played the chip. Interesting.
Logan in 5th on 186,
That's
Gasly,
-9 and a 0 for Gasly.
me
You in 4th.
because of Behrman,
Behrman,
Alan in 3rd, 200.
you. A gap of what, 22 points?
Yeah, Alan.
Colapinto was his problem.
Yeah. Simon with 222.
A 0 for Gasly, low for Hadjar. And then for, I think, possibly the first time this season,
You're in 1st. You've got nothing left, money-wise, though.
well, yeah, but I think I've got a pretty good strong lineup here.
He'll say that and it'll turn to dog shit next race.
It possibly will, but this race, look how it worked for me, and I didn't play any chips or anything.
Oh, you didn't?
I did a bit of reshuffling after Spa and managed to get McLaren. That was my thing.
Fucking Alan's
I think that's
Fucking Alan's overtaken me overall.
he did last time, did he not?
No, we were close.
I think I've jumped another place, and I think have I jumped Adam, or did I done that a couple of races ago?
Oh, you've done that a couple of races ago. Oh my god, you could not have... Your overall score could not...
2025.
Yeah.
No, it could have been. There could have been one better than that. I could have had 1911.
Yeah.
That would have been the best. If I'd have got that, I'd have pulled out the league and left it there. I'd have finished the season on that. I mean, I think I've pulled that gap down quite a bit.
You have.
Now, if this team I've got now can hold me some decent results, I could start to make some inway. I mean, I didn't gain a lot on Sai there. I only gained 9 points on him.
Yeah.
But I've got like 40 on you. So, we'll see.
Yeah, what's the gap between me and Alan?
50.
I'm 2652. He's 2677. What the hell's that gap?
A race win. 25.
So I need Alan to have a bad. I need to make some changes before zandvort, that's for certain. Oh well.
Have. You've actually not got a huge amount of crossover either, because you've got Piastri, he's got Norris. You've both got Hadjar, you've both got Al. hands. That's what you need. You need Norris to have a Norris moment.
Yeah, I do. Really do. Anything else you want to add?
Well, should we mention? It would have been Joe Bianchi's birthday, wouldn't it? The day of the race.
Would have been. Yeah.
You know, still sadly missed to this day. I mean, it would have been somehow poetic if Leclerc would have got the win. As against being his godson and all, but you know, always remembered by the fans. Other than that, no, it was a. Oh, do you see all the talk? How the guy from the meme was on the frigging grid and all that.
Had the pen Harold.
Is that his? You know his name? I don't.
The one that looks
Yeah,
like.
he's the one with like the thumbs up smiling face.
Yeah,
Yeah,
had the pen Harold.
There's the videos of like, because a lot of the younger drivers obviously recognised him.
Like Hadjar.
Yeah, Bortoletto's response to it was particularly brilliant. He was like,
Yeah, I saw that. It was like, Christ. So, do the timings for Zandvort then?
next, haven't we?
Got Zandvort next.
So we expect Max to be wanting to put a good show on then.
He is hoping.
Yeah.
So, 29th of August to the 31st of August. 29th of August, practice 1, half 11 till half 12. Practice 2, 3 till 4 on the same day. Practice 3 on the 30th of August, half 10 till half 11. Qualifying on the 30th, which is 2 till 3, bar any rain delays, and then the race is on the 31st at 2 o'clock. And all that is in UK time.
Yep.
One thing I've noticed is really weird.
We have the YouTube channel, we have the Twitch. Feel free to join us at either of those for gaming content mainly.
Twitch, YouTube, TikTok.
Yeah, you deal with the most of them. I just.
Yeah. And yeah. So obviously by the time this episode goes out, then on the 12th of August we're launching the merchandise store. So we'll have.
Oh, very nice. That's new. That's a news to me, folks.
Yeah. So we'll have the merchandise store launching on the 12th.
So go over there and buy our shit.
I've still got to do the GT UK F1 podcast stuff properly.
Yeah.
There's going to be some F1 podcast merch.
Nice, very nice.
But I might have to change a couple of things. I'll explain that one in a minute. So obviously, thank you to everybody for listening. We apologise for any technical issues again. But
hopefully this should be the last one that's like this.
Yeah, the next one will be like this. So obviously, thank you to David for joining.
Been a pleasure as always.
And we shall see you for the next one. So until then.
Later, folks.
Goodbye for now.